Well, I mean, I thought our approach was very good coming out, just the way we played offense and moved the ball and shared it. 17 assists tonight overall. It was really good, and then the defense I thought was very active. The way we focused on Lucas, we know how lethal he could be from behind the three-point line. So I thought the guys did a good job of chasing him around and just having an awareness for him, making things difficult. And we guarded the three-point line well. So there were, again, a lot of positives tonight.
Questions? Bobby, the last week or two, you guys have been much better on offense. What would you contribute that to? Better shooting, better ball movement? What would you say?
I'd probably say the diversity of what we could do with our attack, and what I mean by that is just the impact that Kamani Lawrence and Jalen Graham could have, catching the ball at the elbows, the mid post, and giving us an opportunity to score easier in the paint. These guys have to, you have to account for them, and we had I think a 28-10 points in the paint advantage at halftime, and these guys are making pretty good decisions too. When you get the ball to JG and Kamani, they're pretty good decision makers, and then Marion has really stepped up the last couple of weeks, and DJ the second half of last game and this game Jay was good, but I just we're getting more guys that are in a good flow that are playing good, and I think we had 5 guys in doubles tonight, so you always like to see that.
To build on Kamani, do you feel too that defensively, how he's working defensively is kind of, not that he hasn't had that attack on offense, but just has kind of led to the getting to the rim more on offense too?
You talking about Kamani?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy you could really count on. He understands the concepts, defensively, and overall, I thought just our activity was excellent. Your deflections, and I think we were like 11-2 in fast break points in the first half, and that was because of the deflections and anticipation and being in the right position. And we knew that they were shorthanded, with 7 guys. I feel for Wayne to have to go into a game knowing that, and having played 3 games in 5 days, that's a lot for them. So, we wanted to try and pressure them a little more and to be able to, force them to get back on defense. That was something that we talked about pregame.
Coach, to kind of go off the offensive cohesiveness, I know you talked about your players have just kind of stepped up and been able to do that on the court, but have you guys really made that an area of focus at practice with things?
I wish I could say that we found the secret, magic dust or whatever, but I just think that overall, since Washington State, the guys realized after the Washington game, it starts with defense and how we guard. And so we guarded at Washington State, we guarded against Oregon, and again, we weren't quite as good defensively on the inside, and as the game got late in the going, they got too many baskets going to the rim, and so that wasn't great the last 8 minutes, but otherwise I thought we were outstanding at that end of the court, and then it's translated into just better movement, sharing the ball, and more trust on offense.
Kind of a quiet first half for Jalen Graham, only 4 points. Was it kind of a point of emphasis at halftime to get him more involved on offense, to be a little more aggressive?
It will be, and he was in foul trouble. He picked up his second foul, so he had to sit, a number of minutes, and I did, go to him with 2. I didn't want him sitting the whole half and having to get loose and stuff. So again, for the second half, so we rolled the dice with him going out there with 2 fouls. But I think that was more to do with it than anything else. But I thought our shot selection was good. It just, he wasn't the recipient like some other guys were in the first half. I mean, for us to have 42 points at halftime, that's not how we've really been, through most of the year. So it was good that other guys were making shots and contributing.
Bobby, before this weekend, most of the wins this season have been extremely tight games. How much of a kind of personal breath of fresh air was it for you to not have to sweat out the game being decided in the last few minutes?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good feeling to because just about every game outside of these 2 has been, you got to coach every possession. So, and again, we're ready to do that if that's what the circumstances present. But it's good to get more guys to have a chance to play at the end of the game, having the walk-ons coming in because they work hard and they're a big part of the program as the scholarship players are. So it's always a good feeling when you could feel good about yourself and kind of put forth a dominant performance.